Alright, so this morning we're going to look at some SEGA Saturn. These are the 5-pin motherboards. Power supplies on the motherboard. 5-pin. See right there. So there's 4 different models of these. Well, 3 different colors. Black, US, putrid gray, greenish, which is Japan, and beige, Japan. To model 1, I gotta put the quotes, is they have the power supply on the top cover. But there's 2 different kinds of those, depending on the connection of the power switch. Call one open connection, one closed connection. Then you have 5-pin, and then the final is the 4-pin. I don't have one here. 4-pin's multi. I think it's only in the beige 4-pin. I got one here. This is, hold on, I gotta get the quotes. Model 1. But they don't go by that at all. Never go by Model 1, the numbers here, none of that. Gotta look inside, see what you have. So this is either usually a VA0 or VA 0.5. Again, this has its own daughter board. It's completely different. The power supply is on the top cover. You can find these black. These are in black and in the greenish gray. These. So Japan and US. Not in the beige. Beige is only, I think, only 5-pin or 4-pin. So I got a couple of fun upgrades for these. So we're going to look at that. I use this as a tester for the cartridge slot. This is what we use. I invested in one of these, which actually works out really good for me because I can switch it between 5-pin and 4-pin. This will not work on, hold on, Model 1. This. Because there's no 5-pin or 4-pin on a Model 1. It's this. And it's only powered by USB, which is pretty awesome. Then I just got, then what you do because I switch back and forth, this just comes off. And then you have the adapter for the 4-pin too. So that's pretty awesome. Really good pickup there for me. Just got one of these in. You can get these just about for every system, whatever having to do anything with your boards. Quick, but it needs power though. I need that power. I gotta remember that. I gotta do that before I can do anything. So we're gonna find that. So we're just gonna retest these. I believe all these have been tested. I got little check marks on them. That's what I haven't got working on the 5-pins is the disk drives. I haven't had any luck with those. Let's see if I can find what I need here first. I need power. I have to power that. Where did I put that? The power now. It's the old USB. USB-A, I guess you want to call it. That's what I need. USB-A. So I need power for that. What's going on here? Hold on a second. I gotta maneuver some stuff around here. We'll just do a quick test. I need 3 of these, of course, for an order. We had a big, huge Memorial Day sale, 65% off. Ends tomorrow. I sold lots of stuff, so that's pretty cool. I just do it now. So it's still going on for a little while longer. So that's kept me extremely busy. Of course, my whole Memorial Day weekend is just getting orders together. That's pretty much all I've done. Oh, that and play Subnautica too. Big fan. It's not great, but it's pretty cool. So HDMI. We're just kind of just a little bit of the screen. I just don't have. I'm out of room. see, I just got stuff everywhere. And which includes getting all these orders together for the weekend. Because there's no post office today. So tomorrow I'm gonna actually gonna have to get a cart from the post office inside to put all my boxes on. We'll make a video. Because I can't fit them all. Usually I bring them inside. I have a little space where I can put them all. But I have too many. And some of them are big boxes. So I have to go ask for a cart tomorrow morning. Okay, so let's get what's going on here. So 5-pin. This is my power. This is my video. I know I tested all these, but we'll do it one more time. I need to pull 3. We'll test a couple disk drives, what we'll do. Let's get some space here. SEGA Saturns, these I had bought at least 30 of these many years ago. We're talking 5 or 6 years ago, and I've been picking apart at them ever since. But now I'm down to almost all the motherboards are sold. I have a couple more left with a 5-pin. All of these are the ones that won't work with a 5-pin. I have a few 4-pins left. And then the party is finally over for these. So obviously I won't be getting any more. Top cover parts, bottom cover parts, all kinds of stuff. I've been picking on it for years. All the original power supplies. I have one original 4-pin power supply left. Let me see what we got going on here for a second. Alright, so we're just going to use the TV. I don't have enough room because I'm out of room. So, don't really need to see the TV anyway. Alright, so this has to go on this way. The problem with this is fragile and it's not meant to go in and out like I keep doing. So I have to be really careful. So 5-pin goes this way. So if you were doing it for you, you just put it in there. It's got the screw hole. Some sort of 3D printed thing. This pretty awesome. I had 3D printers, but I sold them all. Just couldn't get into it. So that's how it would look if you put your pack. It would keep it a lot cooler in here, and you only have to use 5 volt. So it saves me taking a chance of zapping myself, which happens. All right, so that's my power. And a video is going to be HDMI. And if you alright, so let's get the video going. So power. Oh wait, I don't know, something's not powered on. What am I missing? Oh, I didn't plug this in. This. Why do I have no power? Didn't do this part. USB-C on these. So that's pretty awesome. Mixing the new with the old, which I love to be able to do. Now we got power. The green light. We'll just need a little bit of the screen. Let's get to that. HDMI 1. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it. You get the gist. It's working. And then I gotta test that cartridge slot again. I need 3 of these. So these don't have a daughter board. It's just everything's on the motherboard. The 5-pin is VASD. And I think the 4 pins are VA13, I want to say. I would assume is the last model, the 4-pin. Alright. So we want to test this. Use this to test the cartridge slot. always blowing in the cartridge slot. It's gotten kind of worn because, again, it's one of those things I just keep, because I've been going through these a lot, so I've been going in and out, in and out. So it should go to the cartridge slot. Sometimes it takes a second shot. It's not going to go this time. It has to go to that cartridge slot. So let's... Should say SEGA. It's not. It's got to say SEGA. I can't. These are. Sometimes I gotta blow into the cartridge itself. This is starting to get worn. That's my problem. I know all these. They haven't been checked off, so they should have all worked. But I just want to go through them again. Some of these cartridge slots are really worn inside, so it makes my cartridge worn. Because they're really never used. Really just use them for, if you can take it to Japan. With this I can make Japan and play US games on it. But the funnest games are always on Japan. Deep Fear, Dark Seed, Enemy Zero, things like that. I'll have to come back to this one. No, it's not doing it. Hope something doesn't happen to this. Alright, so we'll come back to this one. You'll see it come on in a minute. Alright, let's... So when I do this, I have to just hold it from the bottom, the plastic. I really don't need to push in as far as I do. So we're going to go back to this one. I have it checked off as working, but I need to see that work. So we'll skip that for a minute. I just need 3. I got more than 3. Blow in the cartridge slot first. Quick production line here. We'll be done. That's good enough. Power video. There's also 2 memory expansions. They're different color ones. I have them there somewhere around here. But we're just trying to test this to do this. There. See, it's got to go to SEGA. See that? That means it's reading. This thing here is not a Game Shark. It's some sort of region thing, and then maybe other stuff. So this one's fine. That one I couldn't get to do it yet, so I'll have to come back to that one. But this will be the first one. I need 3 for an order, so that's what we're doing. Everything I do is for an order at some point. So we'll pull this one. Again, I just do a quick test. So that's my first one. Let's pull the second. That one's ready to go. So on the second one. I'll try a disk drive in a few minutes. I got a few of them, I just never got them to work. I can test them all the way till that point. But it's the cartridge slot that's usually the problem. I should blow on this. Gotta blow on it directly. Stick my mouth on it and blow right on the damn thing. To try to get the... Everything dries up is what happens. And it's exposed to outside air, so the pins dry up. Pretty basic stuff. There it goes. Sometimes you gotta do it a couple times. See? I need to see that. It's got a boot to it though. Sometimes I've had ones that don't boot to it. There it goes. So I don't know if I can trust this one then. It works, but there it goes. Alright, that's alright. Okay, so that one's alright. Just took a minute. I have to hold this thing from the bottom. It's not meant to do what I'm doing, but... Alright, so that one's alright. Play around some disk drives in a minute. Just getting these ready for later. So basically all I've been doing the whole weekend is just doing orders. Because you can't fall behind, especially if I have a sale like this. It's pretty crazy stuff. Blowing the stuff right out of it, pretty much. Power. Shouldn't have to go any further than that. Power. Just need my 3. I'll go back to the other. I only had 3 listed right now. So I just need my 3. See, it takes a couple times to get it to go. Once in a while I get it on the first shot, but never, not usually. My old booger. There it goes. Okay, that's my 3. It went off again. I do quick tests and all as best I can. Alright, so those are my 3 we're going to pull. Let's play around with some drives for a few minutes. So those are my 3. We'll take that one. We were playing around with it earlier. Let's see if I can get it to go back. This one. was working otherwise. So I'll play around with this one for a few minutes. So disk drives are usually the problem with these, and they're really hard to take apart. I have a box of them. I think these are the right ones, but I'm not positive. No, these are not the right ones. I thought they were. So 4 different types. No, this isn't the right one, because this, what's this for then? No, because this is the activation for these. Just have that box. What did I do with it? Hold on. I thought these were the right ones for this. But this. I can't remember what that's for. I believe these both connect to on the side like that. So 4 different basic board models, and it means there's 4 different types of disk drives, and then within those disk drives there's different ones. So you always have to open yours up, look in, find exactly what you have, then find it, not the other way around. I guess those are not the right ones. It must be for 4-pin. I'm not sure. Where are these? Somewhere I have some of these. I got a couple boxes of just drives, untested, or so the thing with these, in order you have to take them completely apart. And then it's, again, you always assume it's the laser board that's the problem. Everything's connected to that, and each one of these has different little adjusters. The main POT to adjust is back there. Right back there. This way, it only goes so far one way or so far the other way. These usually don't spin, so it's not reading the initial read, so it doesn't tell the spindle to spin, or it reads it, but the laser board has a communication problem with the spindle. There's some issues. So these will, need caps and all that good stuff. Nothing I would do. There's an adjuster there, here. Some of them have like a whole bunch of adjusters. Those are the ones I'm looking for. These gotta be for 4-pin. Let me look at my 4-pin for a minute. While we're playing around with this. Just for a minute. It's not these. Because these ones here take the EUR007. That's the drives for these. Right. And the power switch for these is on the top cover by a cable to top cover. These, the power switch, the disk activation switch is here, 4 and 5, not these. Yeah, that's what those are for. Those are for the 4-pin. But there's also, I'll show you, this weird one too. So 5-pin is a different drive. It's not this one because it needs 2 cables to connect to it. These are for the 4-pin. Which is this. 4-pin. And then the only on the 5-pin is the port separate. Like here with the cable. Both the 4-pin and the quote Model 1s, it's all one board. But the Model 1s have the daughter board. This is the last board model. 4-pin, it's all one board again. There's only one cable. Fell inside. I see it right there. So this one I marked it as that port's not working. It's all rusted. Let's get the pins off it. So usually the pins on these, the black ones, they're on the metal. Pins on the Model 1 are on the motherboard. Completely different. There's nothing about this that's the same as these. There's not one thing. See how they're connected? This one, they're connected to the board itself. Black. These are white. What was I just doing? Oh. So, the 4-pin, there's also one other weird, this is it. There's a different board that connects, there's another board here. I don't know where the drive is. It's a specific drive that connects to a little teeny board here. And then that teeny board has a cable that fits into this. So this is a different, this is like a special board. So that means that this cable here, it's the only one I ever came across with this weird thing. I don't know where the drive is, I haven't found it. So this would make this a different board, because this is different. All of these I already pulled the cables for. I mean that this is either wider cable, not sure the whole conversion, unless just that disk drive that was here was different. Something made a conversion here. I just don't know where the rest of it is. So normally, so this would fit on here. Then you put that there. But I can't do this one because I don't think that fits in there. It does. I'm pretty sure it does not. Hence its reason for converting. Which I'm not sure what that is. But normally the pins for the 4-pin, I'm not going to get into it now, would go there. And then this connects to that. See, it's just that one. I got a lot of things to do, so I can't really play around too long. So normally that would go on there, and your cable would go from here to here. So this is 4-pin. 1. The 5-pin we saw has 2. Hence making the disk drives completely different. They're all different between the 4. Yeah, let's leave it at that.